Hey everybody, it's Maria, and today I'm going to be doing a library haul. I haven't really done one of these, I don't think, in a while. Maybe I have, but it doesn't feel like it. I got a whole big stack of books, and several of them I have been on the wait list for, like before they came in, so I got to be number one on the list. I'm really excited about that. Also, shout out to Rincey from Rincey Reads at Book Riot. She will often do a feature called Ready, Set, Hold, where she'll tell you what's coming up soon so you know to get on the list for it. Anyway, check her out if you haven't done that before. These are some books that I have had on my list for a while, and as some of you know, this summer was kind of random, very busy, but not for reading, and so I'm trying to get back in the swing of things. And yeah, September, October make me just excited about being cozy on the couch. So I also have a whole bunch of cookbooks that I check out from the library. I do that every fall and winter. I'm like, I need ideas for yummy, like healthy food. And so I'm not going to make you sit through the enormous stack of cookbooks, but that also happened. First up is Fredrik Backman's Britt Marie Was Here. Fredrik Backman was the person who did A Man Called Uva, which I read last year and was one of my favorites. Uva was kind of a curmudgeon that everybody gets frustrated with him because he's just grumpy. And I'm kind of hoping to see a similar setup with a female protagonist, because I think sometimes they have different problems. Women who are curmudgeons are treated differently than old men who are. So I'm excited about reading that. And yeah, everybody I've heard talk about these books have really enjoyed them. Next up is Perfectly Imperfect, The Art and Soul of Yoga Practice by Baron Batiste. Every time I think about yoga lately, it just makes me sad that I'm not doing it regularly. And I'm trying to give myself a lot more grace with, I don't have to do things 100% all the time, but I would like to do things more routinely. So I thought this would be a fun inspiration for that. Next up is Lily and the Octopus by Stephen Rowley. I don't remember. Krista at Books and Jams might have recommended this to me at one point. But she might not have. I might be giving her credit for no apparent reason, other than the fact that I love her. So, hi, Krista. Lily and the Octopus apparently is about a man who loves his dog, and it's about letting go and losing people. And yeah, we lost our dog earlier this year, so this might destroy me, and it might be really great. We'll find out. I have no problem putting down books if I need to for emotional stability. Next up, I have been on this wait list since I think knew, as long as I was able to get on the wait list. This is Leigh Bardugo's Wonder Woman. I have not yet seen the movie yet. My parents have seen it and really liked it. I'm really excited to see it. It just didn't happen because life. But Leigh Bardugo is the person who did the Grisha trilogy as well as Six of Crows, Crooked Kingdom duo. I love her. I've really enjoyed reading everything that she has to say, and I think she would do a great job with world building, and I'm excited to read this. So next up is The Lost City of Z by David Graham, who I guess this was also made into a movie that I have not gotten to see yet. We've been really busy with actual life. I think this will be fun. It's been on my list to read for a very, very long time, but Lost City of Z, it's an adventure. It's based on a true story. Yeah, we're getting ready to camp in a cabin and a covered wagon in a few weeks. We're going to go out to South Dakota. Yeah, so I think adventure stories are kind of fun right now. Next up, Everyday Life in Colonial America from 1607 to 1783 by Dale Taylor. I don't necessarily think I'm going to read this cover to cover. However, and it's actually the writer's guide too, which I didn't know these existed, but this is pretty genius. I'd like to see if there's more, because the things that I enjoy reading have a very particular sense about them where you feel like you know what is going on because of the timing. You understand the timing because of little details. They don't have to say the date is da 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 da. You know, because of little details that they put in about technology or the fashions. And I think I really appreciate writers that take the time to research that. So I'm excited about kind of peeking into that. Next up is Daughters of the Samurai, A Journey from East to West and Back by Janice Nimura. And this is actually true nonfiction. In 1871, 5 young girls were sent by the Japanese government to the United States. Their mission, learn Western ways and return to help nurture a new generation of enlightened men to lead Japan. I think that's fascinating that that happened. And I'm really interested in finding out more about the program and the women who were in it. I think it's also really fascinating that they sent women as kind of a cultural sponge. I don't know. Is it because they think that women do the most formation for leaders up and coming? Do they think that women would be able to see things about society that men wouldn't? Would they be able to be invisible? Kind of. I don't know. I don't know. I'm really interested, and I have lots of questions, so I'm excited about picking this one up. Next one, I'm pretty sure Olive recommended on her channel like 1,000,000 years ago, and I just happened to see it and thought, ooh! It's Princesses Behaving Badly, Real Stories from History Without the Fairy Tale Endings by Linda Rodriguez McRobbie. My 2-year-old, unfortunately right now, is kind of obsessed with princesses. Like, I'm having a hard time with it. Because, yeah, she'll say, Mommy, sing me stories, or sing me a song about princesses. And I'll make up a song about princesses are kind and gentle, and they think about other people. And then she'll say, and they have pretty sparkly dresses. And I say, and beautiful spirits who are kind. And it just goes back and forth because she likes sparkly, twirly dress things. Yeah, so I thought this would just be kind of a fun way to kind of stick it to the princess attitude. We all have our issues. It's okay. Next up, Katie from Life Between Words mentioned, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, and it's Do Not Become Alarmed by Mail Malloy. And all I know about this is Katie liked it, and she said it was parents who, you know what happens to the kids that disappear, but the parents don't, and they're trying to figure it out. So it's kind of a thriller. But it shouldn't be too, I don't know. We'll find out. It's getting colder, and I like to kind of occasionally read a thriller type book. But life is already kind of scary enough, so I need something that I can like really just dissociate from. Yeah. This is why I picked up this book. Plus it has a nice cover. Let's hear it for the good covers. This next one, I have been on the list as soon as I found out it was being released as well. Sing Unburied Sing, a novel by Jesmyn Ward. Jesmyn Ward wrote Men We Reaped, which I read earlier this year. She also wrote helped compile The Fire Next Time. I have not read Salvage the Bones yet, but it's on my list. She can describe, I mean, you feel the sticky sweat when she talks about a person who's sweaty. You can like just see the terror in somebody's eyes. So like she can describe anything and I would want to read it. So I have not actually read any of her fiction novels, but I'm really excited. I know nothing about this book other than it's Jesmyn Ward, and that was enough for me. Jojo is 13 years old and trying to understand what it means to be a man. He doesn't lack fathers to study. Chief among them is his black grandfather Pop, but there are other men who complicate his understanding. His absent white father, who is being released from prison, his grandfather who won't acknowledge his existence, and the memories of his uncle who died as a teenager. So it seems like Men We Reap did a great job at talking about the various roles that black men are placed in society and what happens when they try to get out of that, or what happens when they are doomed to kind of follow into the role that people have already assigned them. I think this will be kind of similar because I know she kind of works in some social justice type angles. I can't wait. I was really tempted to actually buy this one because, I mean, look at this book. And I know Men We Reaped is also going to be on my, if I see it at a thrift store, I'm picking it up because it's just so beautiful. Great book. But I'm trying to not spend all the money right now. So thank you, library. I don't know. Does your library? Ours just started. at the end of the library receipt, printout with says all that you've checked out. It says how much you've saved. Ours has started doing that, and yeah, just from like 4 trips alone, I think they've saved me around $600 according to the printout, which is kind of nice. It's like the bottom of your receipt at the stores when they say, hey, you saved this much because you're a special rewards customer. That's how I feel at our library. This is the last one, and I've had this one on my list to read for a very long time since I heard it was coming out, and I just didn't get it. This is Jessie Burton's The Muse. And, okay, so I read The Miniaturist, which is her first book, and I thought it was just really great historical fiction / I don't know, fantastical, I don't know, something. This is about, yes, England's 1967. I think it goes back and forth in time. There's a person who's trying to figure out a mystery about a particular work of art. And then there's the person who did the original work of art. And the cover is beautiful. Like, all I needed to know was Jessie Burton did it, and it had to do with art. I'm in. I like time shifts back and forth when you're kind of trying to figure out mysteries and about how they tie into each other. So I'm excited. So I have no idea what I'm going to read next. Like, none at all. So if anybody wants to put their 2 cents in, I would love to hear that in the comments. Yeah, I want to read them all simultaneously, which is impossible. So please tell me what to read in the comments first, because I can't decide. I will talk to you all later. Tell me if you are reading any of these or, yeah, have questions about life. I like those. So I will talk to you all later. Bye.